I was amazed when I realized that feeling of sports, that feeling of the zone, that feeling of losing myself in the present moment and trusting myself. That feeling, I didn't realize how spiritual it was. And it kind of puts a new perspective on, you know, these athletes you see that perform in the zone. And then they're thanking God. Well, in my opinion, they're thanking themselves. They're thinking that non-physical aspect of themselves that they join with during that moment, and they turn this thing off. They trust themselves and they let the magic happen. And we can live our lives that way, or we can have, not that we can live our lives that way. Every day we can bring a piece of that magic into our life, whether it's 5 seconds or a half hour. And the more you bring that magic in, the more you turn this off, the stronger it comes in. The more synchronicity you see, the more confirmation you will see in your life that this is actually taking place and that you are a part of everything.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I could.
I want to talk about something that I never talk about, and that's sports. You know, I'm always talking about consciousness and the shift that we're going through, and that we are waking up to this multidimensional aspect of being a human. And that's happening. That's a fact. But I want to talk about sports. I don't really talk about it much, even to people I meet. But I used to be a golf professional, and I was professional from like 18 to age 25, and then I was just done. I mean, I had played enough golf for several lifetimes. I was done. But the reason I enjoy golf so much, and all sports, like whatever, if it has hand-eye coordination involved, I want to be a part of it. And for some reason, I've always been just real competitive. And, you know, like if we're getting ready to play something, man, you better pack a lunch because it's game on. Like I'm going to be completely present and focused. And I started realizing, wait a second, that's really the key to life. I learned the secret to life from playing sports. I was realizing that when I would be in the zone and when I would turn my brain off, I became totally present and performed at my highest level. I was completely attuned with my higher self. Completely. I didn't know it. I just thought that, I didn't know what the zone was. You know what I mean? I just thought that, oh yeah, there it happened. Somehow the magic happened right there. I don't know how, but for some reason I just got out of my way and I shot 64, and you know. So I was conscious of this state, you know, of this magical state of just being blank, complete trust and complete reactionary. You've never heard a professional athlete say, you know, what were you thinking about right before you step back and hit the winning 3-point shot? The dude never says, I was thinking about that email that I should have sent out yesterday, and I was thinking that, you know, wow, I haven't got the plane tickets for that yet, or you know. No, dude, they turn this off. You have to be able to turn this off. What's turned on is the trust they have in themselves for the thousands and thousands of days that they've practiced their skill. They're completely focused in the present. They're not worrying about the past, not worrying about the future. They're not rationalizing, they're not questioning the angle of their arm, or they've stepped aside and allow themselves to perform. And they end up performing at a level that exceeds what they're accustomed to. Well, that's the thing. We are professional humans. We've done this thousands of hours, thousands of days. You know, my personal belief is, we've lived thousands. Because that instinct that you have inside you, the one that we're told not to trust in this world, your instinct is the sum accumulation of all of your experiences. The wisdom that you have learned in all of your experiences comes through your instinct, these impulses. So in sports, what happens during the zone is they literally shut this off, they complete it, and they just react on instinct. No matter what the situation, it's just instinct. Because they don't know what they're going to need to do until that millisecond that it has to be done. And that is the way you should approach your life. Because here's why golf is the most challenging game, I think. It's because if you're playing a sport like baseball or football or soccer or hockey, or you've practiced, you prepared, you perfected your skills. And sure, when you begin playing, there's some thought processes going on. That you have some thoughts going through your head. But you can't plan, so you have to stay completely present and be open for any possibility. So if you're playing baseball or you're a shortstop, you have to just be completely present. You have no idea where that ball is going to be hit, but you have to be present and clear to be prepared to make that quick that quick action to pick up the ball and get it to first base. That applies with all sports. And ping pong is what I love. Ping pong. I love playing ping pong with people that are better than me, because with sports you get this clearness. It varies in the length of time, but in ping pong, man, if you have a rally of 15 seconds, that's 15 seconds in that zone of just complete trust of you just completely trust your skills. You're not thinking, oh, I need to have it at this angle and this angle and maybe. No, you're in the zone. But in golf, you're in that zone for like a half a second. You know what I mean? Like you go up to your shot, you go through your pre-shot routine, you picture the shot. Well, my pre-shot routine was, I would come up, I'd set my club down, I'd picture the shot, I'd actually even make a noise of the ball going through the air with my, and then I'd watch it land, and then I'd do the exact same shot again, and then I'd stand up, get everything lined up, get in the right position, then the brain shuts off, and you would let yourself hit the shot. So you're in the zone for like a second, half second, it's not much. So you hit that shot, and then you walk to the ball to hit your next shot. Well, you have like 4 minutes to convince yourself you're going to hit a shitty shot. You have 4 minutes in between that shot, or 3 minutes, or to screw that shot up. Because the only thing between you and playing a great round is this. People say that golf is 90% mental and 10% fundamentals. I don't know, man. I think it's more like 100% mental. I mean, once you learn the fundamentals, and once you learn, once you played for, 15, 20 years, you need to step aside. You will never play this game of life at the level that you're capable of playing it if you can't turn this thing off. You have to shut it down And now we got social media, and now we got everything, man. Everything is just keeping those thoughts going, that stream of conscious going. Man, you have to turn it off, and it's, the more you turn it off, the easier it is to turn off. Then you can just turn it off at will.
Surfing on a wave of good feelings. Well, it's just another Friday in paradise. So bring your A game, cause you know this party won't stop. We could never run out of time, sipping strawberry lime. You know I wanna share it with you.